dear guest. I am Sindhil Kumar Govindsamy. Today I will started our talks for the today's meeting. I welcome you all for a 836 meeting of the Medley Toastmasters Club. Before start the meeting, I would like to mention 3 ground rules that we follow in our Toastmasters meeting. As a Toastmaster, we don't talk about sex, religion, politics. So please refrain from discussing these topics. Please turn off your mobile phones, put them on silent mode. I will give you 10 seconds. Thank you. Please do not cross talk. The mission of our Toastmasters Club is provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication, leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. With this, I hand over the stage to Presiding Officer Toastmaster Anuradha. She is born and brought up in a small village near Rasipuram in Namakkal district. She is passionate about Toastmasters since 2022. She is doctor by profession, working as a professor in a medical college. So let's welcome.
Thank you, Sajjan, advance of the day, Toastmaster Sindhil, for setting the stage and for making the arrangement. Good afternoon, Medley family members and my dear guests.
Good afternoon.
With the sound of this gavel, I declare meeting number 836 open. I like to recognize the dignitaries present here. Our chartered member, Distinguished Toastmaster Sampath Saurirajan. Our past president, Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas T. Abraham. Seasoned Toastmaster Sundaresan Subramanian. I welcome all our members and my dear guests. Today I am happy to see more than 6 guests. Guest Prabhakaran, guest Neha, guest Nitya Kalyani, guest Pratyush, guest Annapurani, guest Soumya and guest Raja. On behalf of Medley Toastmaster Club, I welcome all of you for today's meeting. So you will be given opportunity during PT session and also at the end of the meeting to give your feedback. Now I like to take all of you to a small village in Bihar to know about the mountain man. Have you heard of him, mountain man? Is Dashrath Manji. He was a poor laborer. He was known to only his villages. A small village, he was a poor laborer. He was known only to the villages in the small village. And now he is known to the entire world as a mountain man. How it is possible? Because of his work, he made the thing which others thought is impossible. So he converted the impossible to possible. That made him as a mountain man from a simple laborer. One day his wife fell ill. He has to take her to the hospital, which was around a mountain, and it was about 55 kilometers far away. Because of the long journey to the hospital, she died before reaching the hospital. And the reason for her death is not hospitalized at the on time. So she was not able to give proper treatment. So that made him to take that this should not happen to anyone in my village. He didn't ask help to anyone. He didn't protest. Immediately he took a chisel and hammer and started making the path. What was the response of the others? They laughed at him. They told him as a madman, and you are wasting the time on the rocks. But he chipped away all the comments. and he focused his goal. His goal is to make the path for his villagers. So he daily, using the chisel and hammer, he moved the rock one by one. The days goes on. After 22 years, he created a path which was around 360 feet long and 36 feet wide. That reduced the journey or the pathway from 55 kilometers to around 15 kilometers. That reduced the journey to the hospital, and that helped the people in the villages. That made others to turn back to him, and he was awarded a prestigious award, and he was called as Mountain Man. Like that, in Toastmasters also, for the benefit of guest, I like to tell about Toastmasters. Toastmaster International is an international educational organization started 100 years ago. It is focused to develop the communication skill of an individual and also public speaking. It was started in one club, the small club in US. Now it has spread out throughout the world, and we have lakhs of members in Toastmasters. This purely to improve our communication and leadership skill. In Toastmasters also, when you enter or when you see the pathways will be like a mountain. Don't get afraid of it. Move slowly. Icebreaker speech. All of you know icebreaker will be the first speech that will make us scary. And our voice will be stumbling and the legs will be shaking. And once we give that speech, we'll get a feedback. That is constructive feedback from our fellow members. That will make us to move forward to the next speech with improvised version. Like that, we will improve speech by speech and we'll be able to complete the pathway. At one day, we'll be like an inspiring speaker who will modify the lives of others, not with the chisel and hammer, but with our words. So mark my words, Toastmaster is a platform to change our lives, and it will improve our communication skill as well as the leadership skill. But for that, consistency is the key to the success. We should work towards our goal step by step. And my dear new members, don't compare yourself with the senior Toastmasters. Don't compare your beginning with the middle of others. Your pathway is unique. So you are the sculpture, you are the reason for it. So you make your own pathway. So don't look at others. Use this wonderful platform, Toastmaster International, and you design your own pathway towards your goal. With this, I like to hand over the session to the Toastmaster of the day. He is a person who likes to read persons rather than the books. That is Toastmaster Pugat.
So I am going to be the king of the world for today. In other words, the Toastmaster of the day. How many of you remember the two characters, Veeru and Jay? They are two characters from a famous Bollywood movie. I'll give you a few more seconds for you to think till I get my mobile also up. Veeru and Jai are Dharmendra and Amitabh Bachchan of Sholay movie. Movies like this and songs like this brings me a lot of enthusiasm. The song like this or anything from Rajinikanth keeps my day fully satisfied and make me more and more enthusiastic. When I say Rajinikanth, I always remember this movie. Uira Kodathane என் நண்பன் கேட்டால் வாங்கிட்டேன்னு சொல்லுவேன். Meaning, even if it's a life, I will happily sacrifice it for my friend. So what it all means is leading to our theme of the day, which is friendship. Okay. It's not just, friendship is not new, it's also portrayed a lot in our literature, right from our olden days, right from Greece mythology or even in Tamil, the great scholar of Tamil. Thiruvalluvar says, Aganaga Natpadu Natpandru, Nenja Taganaga Natpadu Natpu. What it means is, friendship is not just meeting, sharing some happy moments and leaving. The moment I hear a friend's name, or when I think about a friend, it should give you that inner fluorescence, right? Or inner happiness. That's the depth of friendship he's talking about. He's also talking multiple aspects of friendship. Now, I'll ask you to take a moment to think of that one friend who can give you that happiness, the inner happiness, and you may thank him eternally. Were you able to recall at least one friend? I have two idiots around me, like close friends, they close me. Okay, so moving on. See, for the benefit of guests, the Toastmasters meeting is having 3 sections. The first section is more of a prepared speeches, where the speakers or the Toastmasters will prepare their speech based on the topics or the tracks that they have chosen, and they will come and deliver it within the time stipulated for them. That's the first section. The second section is the table topics section, which is the most interesting part of the Toastmasters meeting, where a random topics will be given to every member over here, including the guests, or at least the randomly picked some members, and a topic will be given to you, on which you are expected to speak around 2 minutes. That's the second section. And the third section is the evaluation for the speeches that has been done on the prepared speeches by the speakers. So that's our third section, and with that we'll be closing the meeting. See, many times we may think that we have done a great meeting and we'll get satisfied with whatever we have done, but it need not to be. Every meeting, everything needs some feedback, a constructive feedback, for us to correct ourselves and move better in the following meetings. Idipare illa emaramanna kedipar ellangal. That's another saying from Thirukural. A king, even though he is a king, will get ruined if he doesn't have advisors, the right advisors around him. So having said that, we have an advisor who is also going to be evaluated for the entire proceedings of today's meeting, Mr. Toastmaster Sundaresan. Before I hand over the stage to him, I'll read out about a short intro on him. Toastmaster Sundaresan sir is a seasoned, passionate Toastmaster from the year 2002, who has done mentoring for several Toastmasters and years. He has created multiple Toastmasters. When I asked him on friendship, he cherished his Trichy school friends, which is still continuing and being celebrated for more than 50 years now. Another interesting part of his friendship is he has friends in his career from more than 17 nations, 17 nationalities of friends he has from his career. So with that, I'll hand over the session to General Evaluator, Toastmasters Sundaresan. Welcome.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, for your generous introduction. Certainly, I do have friendship 50 years from the school pass out. It's our SLC, we call 1974 batch, and last month we celebrated in Trichy with the family. It was a grand celebration, friendship. It's an excellent theme. Thank you. Toastmaster Sundaresan, myself playing the role of General Evaluator today. Feedback is very much important in our life. Not only feedback leads to clarity and excellence. So it's an important. And in today's world, the criticism comes first and the appreciation crawls, and sometimes it's not reaching at all. But here in Toastmasters platform, it's reverse. We are appreciated, we are encouraged, we are identified the areas of improvement for our growth. TAG. T stands for timer, A stands for accountant, and G stands for grammarian. Now I'll request all those three Toastmasters to say to brief their roles. Now I request Toastmaster Sukanya to brief her role of timer. Toastmaster Sukanya. You can be generous in round of applause.
Good afternoon, Toastmasters and dear guests. In most professional situations, such as interviews, sales pitches, or presentations, we are required to communicate our message in a short but effective manner. We are not spending time, but we are investing our time. Since Toastmasters is a community platform for having time to spend, so slots allows more people to attend the presentation in the meeting. As a timer, my responsibility is to monitor speakers, meeting segments, and each speakers, and remind all the speakers how much time they have spent in the speeches, so that we will run this meeting on the time. I have 3 color cue cards with me. I will raise the green card when the speaker hits the qualified. I will raise the yellow card when the speaker hits the target time. I will raise the red card when the speaker allowed time. Table topic speakers should limit their remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. For icebreaker speeches should be 4 to 7 minutes in length. At 4 minutes, I will raise the red card, green card, and at 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. For prepared speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in the length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluations should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you.
Yes. Good request to you, Toastmaster Suganya. Next, I will request Toastmaster Balaji to brief his role, counter role. Toastmaster Balaji.
Good afternoon, Toastmaster and dear guest. It's my pleasure to serve as an R counter for today's meeting. The role of the R counter to track the words sound used as crutches or fast fillers by the speakers. Throughout the meeting, I will be listening overused words, examples, and, well, but, so, and you know. Filler sounds, examples, ha, hum, her. Repeated words are spaces. I, or this means. At the end of the meeting, I will share the brief report on each speakers and TT speakers. Let's make the meeting more engaging and filler-free expressions. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balaji. Next, I request Toastmaster Prasanna Venkate to brief his grammarian role. Prasanna Venkate.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My role as a grammarian is to pay close attention to all the speakers listening to the language usage. I'll take note of any good usage of English language as well as the misuse of English language. As a grammarian, it's also my responsibility to introduce the word of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is amiable. A-M-I-A-B-L-E. Amiable. It means pleasant and friendly. We can use this in sentence. For example, as an adjective, he is an amiable person. Although they disagreed, the conversation stayed amiable and respectful. As a noun, we can use it as her amiability made her so popular. I request everyone to use the word of the day at least once in the speech. I'll give my report at the end of the meeting when called by the general evaluator. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Speakers and evaluators, we are anxious to listen to your speeches. Give your best. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmasters. Amazing. So it's amazing, right? 50 years of friendship and still continuing with all the cherishing moments. Congratulations, sir. So going on to the prepared speeches part, we have the first prepared speech from a lawyer. She's Amar Vanchita, 23 years old, practicing advocate. You can be proud that since it's just 23, and I am not comfortable in disclosing my age for you. But the songs that I played and all, you can very well assume that I'm a boomer uncle. Anyway, so back to her introduction. She's practicing advocate. She's a practicing advocate, brought up in Chennai, passionate in yoga, and her hobbies are reading books. And on friendship, she believes friendship is the place where you can be just you. So let me welcome her evaluator first, Toastmaster Narendra, to give details about her speech. Toastmaster Narendra.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pugal. Toastmaster Amar Vanchita is delivering her icebreaker speech today from the pathway presentation mastery. The purpose of the speech is for the member to introduce herself to the club and get familiar with the basics of writing a speech. Timer, please note that the time is 4 to 6 minutes. The title of the speech is Casper and a Quiz. All the best to you, Toastmaster Amar.
Please welcome. All the best.
We all heard of 80s kids and 90s kids, of course 20s kids. Kids who born in these decades. But has anyone heard of Casper kid? Well, that's what I call kids born during a transition, in middle of two generations, not quite belonging to either. I'm one of them, Casper, who born between 90s and 20s in 2001, and also as a middle child in the family. Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Vanchita, 23 years old, and I born in the former capital of Chola dynasty, Tanjavur, and brought up in Chennai. And I hold a degree in BCLLB Honors, and I have applied for the enrollment with the Bar Council of Tamil Nadu. And I'm a very applicable person. And when I was young, my mom moved to Chennai with me and my sisters, hoping for a better future. In an unfamiliar city, she faced many struggles and often had to play both roles, mother and father. Although she made a countless sacrifice, she often reflected frustration on us. She was strict, emotionally distant, and critical. I remember an incident when she wanted to complain me to the teacher. She take my school diary and start to write a complaint about me, knowing that my class teacher will check my diary every day. And she asked me to get signed from it. Like that, one time my PT teacher called my mother to get a permission for a practice, and she yelled at me. She yelled at her very harshly. And from that moment onwards, I felt guilty whenever I see her. So like that, she was tough to handle, and her words and comparison often hurt her feelings and confidence. She rarely appreciates us, but she's a very strong mother. Life at home wasn't peaceful. My childhood wasn't like others. In my school, I was a quiet, reserved, talented kid, especially in sports. One time, I had an opportunity to play for the nationals in a minor game called floorball as a substitute player. and I have given her 3 chances to play inside the game, but all 3 were refused by me because of the extreme self-doubt and fear. Making to the national but not participating in the game, which is killing me still now. So like that, I always believe I wasn't good enough, and I struggled with the insecurity feelings. But later I started to help myself. In my teen, I had one dream to get into top college and to reinvent myself, but life had other plans. I ended up studying law, something which I never imagined for myself. During college, I always try exploring new paths. I started a social media page, I learned Vaganti for income, I earned a diploma in yoga to teach it, and I also get to know about Toastmasters in that age, but for some reason I couldn't even join. So I always have some short-term goals, but none of these lasted due to the lack of consistency and again self-doubt. I always swing between I can, I can't, I can, I can't. But one thing in my life I'm always proud of, being into a part of yoga community at a very young age, because it helped me to connect with myself, to find inner peace and to understand life better. The one decision I'm grateful for. So coming back to my college life went like a blur. It felt like I was in coma. I left with an empty brain. I didn't know what to do next, and I don't find any excitement to start my career. And I eventually had a mental breakdown. So I put a pause to everything. I took a long break. Then one day, I asked myself, what are you doing? Are you going to stay like this? And I told myself, Vanchita, there are people who struggle more than you financially, physically, and mentally. But they still made it. So why not try again? Even if you didn't achieve any dreams, that's okay. You must be happy wherever your life takes you, but you must not stop trying. So I remind myself, I have time, energy, so I decided not to give up. But this time, with a clear roadmap and positive mindset and determination in my heart and fire in my wings. So I listed out the area where I lacked and started working on them step by step. I started self-care, I started to rewind my thoughts, and that's when I realized communication is the most essential tool in both personal and professional life. It's an engine that drives relationship, opportunity, and growth. And that's exactly why I joined Toastmasters, to improve my communication with the support and guidance of this club. This is the ongoing and endless journey of Cosmic Kid. She's on her way to find her own voice. Thank you.
Wow, what a wonderful and a vibrant path you have come across, Vanchita. So thanks for that excellent speech. So now let's call upon the second speaker, Toastmaster Ramya. Or I'll introduce about Toastmaster Ramya. She's an entrepreneur, author, podcaster, and a voiceover artist who brings stories to life with creativity and passion. She's the voice behind engaging content that entertains, educates, and inspires audiences of all ages. Her views on friends and friendship are: friends, I laughed, played, and cried with them. They are a big part of why I am and who I am today. And her views on friendship: friendship is like a beautiful rainbow that stays forever. Now, let me call upon her evaluator, Toastmaster Jayashree, to read about her speech details. Jayashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Today, the speaker number 2, Toastmaster Ramya, is going to deliver a speech on the pathway, presentation mastery, level 1, project 3, introduction to vocal variety and body language. The purpose of this project is for the member to use vocal variety or body language to enhance the speech. Timer, please note, it's 5 to 7 minutes. And all the very best, Toastmaster Ramya. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you. So let's put our hands to welcome Toastmaster Ramya.
Vroom, vroom. Two-wheeler, 3 people. Mission impossible by the law. Vroom, vroom, vroom. Two-wheeler, 2 people. Mission acceptable in the real world. Two-wheeler, 3 teenagers. Mission possible in teenagers' world. 3, 4 teenagers, all possible. Teenagers' world, crazy thoughts, 0 rules, just fun. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. When I was a teen, one of my friends Kritika had a kinetic Honda, a popular two-wheeler brand at that time. We were all keen to drive a two-wheeler. For us, it was super cool. But only Kritika had a two-wheeler. Shubha, Kritika and I. We studied together from grade 6. Kritika, articulate, talented, usually the class leader, very studious. Shubha, my close buddy, confident, fearless, my partner in crime. And myself, energetic, bubbly, not so confident. Friends were my energy boosters. It was the summer holiday. Shubha and Kritika came to my house in a kinetic Honda. Vroom, vroom. We chatted for a while. And suddenly Kritika said, what if all of us go together in my two-wheeler? Shubha replied, how come? We are 3. Kritika smirked, let's go triples. I panicked. Oh no, that's wrong. I won't do that. Shubha rolled her eyes. This is the problem with Ramya. Always afraid and making a scene and stopping the fun. Kritika joined in. Come on Ramya, let's go. I got convinced. It was 2 p.m. Scorching heat. Again, teenagers' world. Crazy thoughts. 0 rules. Just fun. We rode to the beach, not to enjoy the waters, but just for the joy of riding. Halfway through, we stopped at a roadside sugarcane juice shop. In that blazing sun, a cold, frothy sugarcane juice with lemon and ginger. Oh my God, pure bliss. And then Shubha suggested we ride near Chennai IHM Taramani campus. The road went smoother. Back in 2000, it was serene and peaceful, unlike the hustle and bustle of today. With the sugarcane juice lingering on our tongues, we squeezed on back to the kinetic Honda and zoomed off. Zoom, zoom, zoom! Just then, bang! A traffic police officer appeared out of nowhere. I think Indian traffic police officers are trained in guerrilla warfare. They hide like commandos and pop up at the perfect time. We were stopped, all of us, nervous, scared. None of us had a license. Then the officer barked, get on, get on. We got off slowly. Then came the questions. You look like college girls. Don't you know triple riding is illegal? Show your license, RC. We stood frozen, not afraid of the police, but terrified our parents might find out. If they know, we will be toasted, roasted and served with masalas. Then came the final blow. He turned to me and asked, name. Without a second I blurted, Chandrakala. Till today, I don't know why I said that name. Then he turned to my friend Shubha. Name. She said Suryakala. These two, the person who don't know, these two are 2 Indian sweets names. Then it's Kritika's turn. She looked at us, panicked. There's no Nakshatra Kala left, no such sweet. She nervously muttered, Vimala. The cop shook his head. More than our names, he was keen on money. So we paid the fine and rode back, whiter, sweatier and funnier. Today, 3 of us live in 3 different countries and lead a very different lives. But when we look back, these days are very memorable for us. There is 2 words in English. that is memory and nostalgia, which can take us back to a moment and make us feel it all over again. In psychology, it is called emotion-enhanced memory encoding. In emotion-enhanced memory encoding, food and music play an important role. Food and music and memory are inseparable. A song we heard during a happy moment and a dish once we tasted can instantly bring back that moment. Our brain doesn't store perfect details. It stores emotion, the thrill of root baking, the warmth of friendship, the taste of sugarcane juice, and the laughter we couldn't hide when we made up our nails. When we look back, we don't see the panic. We don't remember how hot it was. We remember how alive we felt at that time. Memories can be created anytime. Let's make beautiful ones every day and every moment. Friendship is like a beautiful rainbow that stays forever. Celebrate the bond without blood. Tales that last a lifetime. Thank you.
In her introduction, I read it as she inspires audiences of all ages. Very true, because inspiring is to know how Kritika and Subha has turned Chandrakala and Suryakala. Thank you, Toastmaster Ramya. Now the third speech is going to be from Toastmaster Hema. Hema is a sports physio and a mom of twins. She's practicing physiotherapy for 2.5 decades now. Her views on friendship is, you should not expect anything in return. Even if you don't meet your friend for years together, you should talk to the person as though you are talking every day when you meet. So now let me call upon her evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sundararaman, to read about her speech. Welcome.
Toastmasters International gives us opportunity for every speech to get evaluated. Some of us pay serious attention to the evaluation feedback, some of it take it lightly. But to make it a conscious effort, Toastmasters International in the new curriculum pathways, they also brought a project wherein this feedback is taken very seriously. You have to take the feedback and apply the feedback in your second speech. Today, our member Toastmaster Hema is doing a project called Evaluation and Feedback. It is from Presentation Mastery, Level 1, Project 4. Title is Alone but Not Alive. I'll give feedback, and this feedback will be taken very seriously and try to apply it to the future speeches. Over to G.
Thank you, Sundararaman. Let's welcome Toastmaster Hema.
தனிமையிலே இனிமை காண முடியுமா? நள்ளிரவினிலே சூரியனும் தெரியுமா? தனிமையிலே.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, my dear guest. When I was young, I was never left alone. I was either stuck with my own brother or my cousin brothers. Whenever I went out to play with my friends, my younger brother would tag along like unpaid bodyguard. Whether it was the park, temple, or theatre, or any big visit to my friends, someone would be accompanying me either to pick me up or to drop me up. At home, my parents ran a full-time controlling factory. The moment I get up from the bed, till the second I shut my eyes, they would be telling, Hema, do this, do that. Don't laugh unnecessarily. Don't stretch your hands while talking to the older people. Something or other, every time they would be giving instruction. Do this, do that, why don't you do like this? I was secretly longing to stay alone, live my life on my own terms. With this deep desire, I finished my school, got admission for my college in E-Road. I was a bit hesitant to stay in the hostel. I just took a house for the rent and moved in with 3 other friends. Undoubtedly, my friends replaced my brothers.
Even to buy a small shampoo, one of them would accompany me. During the study holidays, I preferred staying alone in the room, want to study. One would stay back or they book my ticket, send me to my hometown, they would leave later. All by my father and mother instruction and my brother's instruction. Understood. It went on for another 4 years. So staying alone had become a distant dream for me. I finished my college, got job in Hyderabad. Again, I moved with one of my closest friend who stayed in hostel room. We went, both together went. One day, my friend fell sick. She was perfectly alright in the daytime and getting fever in the night, and her joints were swelled like a balloon. So we visited doctors after doctors in the Hyderabad. Only her symptoms were addressed, her problems were not resolved. Finally, we decided move back to Chennai. After taking several tests and exams, doctor has diagnosed her with tuberculosis. I felt so bad for her. But you know what? There is a twist here. Doctor didn't only give her medicine, he gave me freedom. He said, you need 6 months of complete bed rest, no work. I was feeling so bad for her, but inside I was dancing. Finally, I get to stay alone. I can just do things on my own. Nobody is there to nag, nobody is there to instruct, nobody is there to fight the TV remote control. There I was on best of my best life. I woke up late, slept even more later, watched TV endlessly. As I was the queen of laziness. As I didn't know to cook, Bombay toast, curd rice and pickles, and top ramen noodles were my food. I was very happy. After 10 days, something hit me very strongly. I noticed I was very happy in the morning hours because I was around the people. The moment I came back, I felt like a ghost in the haunted house. I was so scared to come back home because it was too quiet. At night, I would cry under the blanket like a sad soap opera heroine. In the evening hours, I just started visiting temples. One temple became 2, and then it became 3. What for? Not for the peace, not for the God, but for the people around. I was like, reality struck me very hard. I realized I'm not a solitary person. I need people around. Freedom is fun, but when the people around who make our life more livable and lot more fun. You know what? That's why in Medley, we all are happy. We chat, we laugh, we share jokes, we drink chai and eat samosa together. We feel so good to communicate and connect. துணையில்லாம வாழ்வினிலே சுகம் வருமா? அதை சொல்லி சொல்லி திரிவதினால் சுகம் வருமா? துணையில்லாமல் வாழ்வினிலே சுகம் வருமா? Thanks. Over to you.
When we hear such melodious songs, I have the bad habit of getting into sleep. But your speech didn't do that. It provoked a lot of thoughts. Thank you, Toastmaster Emma. Now, the fourth speech for today is from Dinesh. Dinesh, that's the way he has put up in his WhatsApp message. Dinesh, meaning fire. And Dinesh, is working in a construction company in Sholinganallur. He has done his civil engineering and MBA. To him, friendship means someone who can talk for hours and feel it was just like a minute. Now let me call upon his evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas, to read about his speech. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Chemoli. Good afternoon, dear friends. The fourth speaker is going to do his project from level 4 of persuasive influence. It's called Managing a Difficult Audience. Kindly note there's a change. The project now is Managing a Difficult Audience, and some basics let me share with you. He would, the speaker would deliver a speech. Some people have been already asked, guerrilla style, as somebody said, to attack him in the sense to, not physically, to block his speech. And he has to show what it takes to get over such obstacles and yet manage the entire speech. So in case you find, animosity or something, don't worry, aggression, no, it's all planned. So, thank you. The time is 17 to 20 minutes? 15 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Let's welcome Toastmaster Dinesh. My applause. Welcome to Toastmaster Dinesh. Toastmaster Dinesh is doing his speech on title, Home Wasn't Built in a Day, on his level 4 speech in leading critical situations. I think I corrected one mistake that I was doing. Hopefully, yes. Okay, what to you?
Thank you, Toastmasters today. A very good afternoon to all Toastmasters and dear guests. Just a minute, you have the.
I request the timer to kindly start when it's fully ready.
Thank you. Good afternoon once again. So, how many of you have seen your house being built right from the scratch till it's getting completed? Please raise your hands. Thank you. So this is a speech which not only will be helpful for you, but also for those who want to build their own home and want to see it right from the scratch and how it's being done. So this is not a technical speech. It's only about basic aspects of construction only what I'm going to talk about. As the title, home wasn't built in a day. As you all know, there are various aspects which can be done in a day, but home is something which needs a lot of time. It needs probably 6 months to 1 year for a home to be built, and really home isn't something built in a day. So there are 3 phases of the construction within a home itself. First is the pre-construction phase. Pre-construction phase is like, for example, we all want to eat paneer biryani or paneer fried rice or something. Before that, there are so many ingredients which are needed to be put in which we need to have in hand. For example, like paneer, onion, tomato, soya sauce. Like these, so many ingredients are there. Only after that we could actually start preparing the paneer fried rice. Similarly, in construction, that's a pre-construction phase. Even before the construction is started, all these aspects will be going down behind, which we may not know on the field. The first is site clearance. If we are going to build in a space, probably there will be a lot of vegetation, or there will be a building which is already present. Maybe we have to remove it, the building, or we have to remove the vegetation, plants or trees, so that we can start the construction. This is a very important process, because only then we will know what is the dimensions of the area. For example, in the document it may be written like 1800 square feet or 1200 square feet. But actually in the site maybe we find it 100 or 200 square feet below. Because in many places, people would have brought the land long ago, maybe 20 or 30 years ago, and they wouldn't have been for a long time. And nearby neighbors, they may have encroached the land upon 1 or 2 feet, and may create a huge reduction in the land area. So only after site clearance, we will know exactly what area we have in hand. As I told, we have to remove all the vegetation, all the debris which is present to do so. And also the land dimensions also have been set. Maybe we could even use a government officer like a VAO, village officer, or a person from a Tahsildar office to actually check it properly if we do not know it by heart. And
Will they check properly?
Deforestation.
sorry?
It looks like deforestation.
No, but even if we cut down one tree, maybe we can plant 2 or 3 trees otherwhere also. So it's like that. Maybe we have to go hand in hand when we have to do a construction at the
But
same
does
time.
everybody do that? I mean, there are so many constructions happening, especially if you take areas like Veducheri or other areas where they say they were all swamp areas. And those areas were cleared and nothing was done as an alternative for that, right? And also, I'm sure a lot of vegetation will be removed there. But it's not like it was constructed, it was in some other area or something like that.
Yeah, I can listen to it. Maybe they should look at it further, because basically the government says that if you remove one tree, you have to plant 2 or 3 trees within the same district. But most people do not follow it, but they should follow it effectively. Maybe there should be a committee or something to follow it. I agree with you, Pramod.
Yeah, I guess that's why they started that dot balls thing in IPL. Plant trees for every dot ball. And I think CSK would have planted the most.
Yeah, he's taking a toll on the CSK. But still, yeah, it's a great incentive by IPL
No,
teams.
it is not just CSK. Right? RCB used to go with this Go Green initiatives and they wear the t-shirts and all. Once in a season, they go with the green attire.
Exactly, one match in a.
See, that is once in a season, but we can't do it like every match. Like, I mean,
No, CSK just does something which we don't want to get banned for 2 years. But RCB will do it every year without any problem.
We can have this, take the soil test, we could find out what kind of a reinforcement or steel we would need it. So based on that only, structurally we can design. So this is a very important aspect. So like I was saying, now in OMR Road, actually the second tallest building is in OMR Negative, built by Hiran and D. Who knows actually the tallest building in Chennai? Yes. No, it's not LIC building.
Why
1969.
the tallest building? We don't even have the soil or land to construct our house.
No, right now, which is the tallest building I'm asking? Anyone?
Brigade one.
No, sir. In Perambur, there's the SPR city. So it's like 47 floors, it's 171 meters high. So that is the tallest building right now in India. In India, that is.
What are we going to go by going?
Sorry?
Whichever is the tallest building in Chennai. That's of no use to me.
No, but still I'm saying this, only the soil test, they guide us to a proper structural apparatus where we can build these kind of buildings.
Do you think all the buildings are constructed after soil test?
Yeah, obviously.
After all the buildings are constructed in Chennai because of the soil test?
Maybe.
There was whole thing fell down.
Mauliwakam, yeah. I'll come to that, sir. That is the slide. I'll come to you,
How
sir.
deep they will to take the soil test?
They-
And also
they-
they do that.
No, I don't think you can. They'll go maybe 20 or 30 feet, madam. Like they take in 2 places, like
20 or 30?
20 or 30 feet, 20 to 30
20
feet.
or 30, anyone has.
No, like depending upon how long they can go.
Okay.
If they can go to 30 feet, they'll go, but it's 20 feet means they'll stop. There is an aspect called the soil bearing capacity. This is a very critical aspect.
We
So,
should do one testing in this building.
so whether it is stable or not.
CBR test.
CBR, so it's super, sir. So,
Next week they'll not allow us to.
so yes, as I said, the soil test is very important to design the foundation and also the such a way that the structure is not compromised in any manner.
Chosen presentation mastery.
Excuse me. Can you have it like after the speech?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, thank you. The third is the plan. This is the blueprint of the project completely. So without the plan, we don't have where they're going. It's like the agenda of the Toastmasters, the VP prepares. Without the plan, we will know how many rooms we are going to have in, whether the room is going to
Very
have.
obvious as a blueprint. So actually,
Plan, sir.
No, this looks like a brown color.
There is no blue color.
What?
Blueprint.
And it's like a blueprint, but it's a plan. Including plan, you can say.
No blue color here.
Sir, this is too much.
Dinesh, how come
Background blue color, sir.
blueprint without blue color?
And a background blue color is there.
And you can't see it.
This is not worst. So as I said, maybe like
There is no name for the VP itself written there. You are saying VP.
why is the name of the VP here?
VP is preparing agenda just like that. The plan is also prepared. Okay, where is it?
Where does the VP
Plan
prepare
is
the
prepared by who?
Credits.
This plan? No,
Footer.
this plan is put up, yeah. It's not prepared by the VP. I taken it, yeah. Like we know how many bedrooms are there, and the plan is very critical because we also need where the AC points are there, how the electrical lines are going, the plumbing lines are going. Only then we can design a plan.
Not sure there. Where is the electrical lines in this?
No, in this plan, after the next there are the structural plan, electrical, there are so many other plans. It will be too complicated. So that's why I've shown just one plan. Then 20 minutes won't be enough. I'm talking 22 hours, so that's why I have kept it. And with this plan, we have to take the approval also. For example, if we are building a big project, we have to get it in the CMP approval. Or if we are building a smaller project, we can get it in the lower corporation or panchayat. We have to, only after getting the necessary approvals, we can get the plan approved. And we have to give the necessary documents also. The special document is very necessary for all the getting the plan approved.
Only documents or some special items?
All special items is very
All special items
more than the document.
Like biryani.
Like biryani, yeah, correct.
Or CMP?
Chennai Metropolitan Development Authority. Its office is in Egmore. So all high-rise buildings, all they have to take plan for permission from there. But if they are building a small building, maybe like in a half ground, 1 ground, 2 ground, it's not necessary. As I said, it helps visualize the project, how our project is going to go, and we can plan everything like where to have the TV, how to get the electrical connections for it. Without a plan, we will be nowhere. And also Vastu, this is, some people may agree with or may not agree with, but I have seen most people, they buy the Vastu only. I can see Sundari Sir nodding his head. Most people without seeing Vastu, they won't buy. For example, northeast side, they have to have, the puja room or a well or something like that. Or similarly, southeast, they have to have kitchen. Master bedroom has in southwest. It has to be like that. Some people have
Have it
seen.
like that?
Sorry?
What if I don't have it like that?
It's your personal choice only.
Yes, why do you have to bring him here?
No, but I'm saying most people they would want to do it.
In an apartment, every apartment will be different. So you cannot design every apartment take as per Vastu guidelines.
But mostly the builders try to say like I have north facing and east facing.
Convince the customer some way.
Mostly if you say some customers the house is west facing or the land is west facing, even they don't even go and see the flat or they don't go to the house at all, sir. So maybe some people I'm saying like that, maybe like 20 to 30% people, but not all people are like that. So maybe if you are going to sell flats, and most people they'll have with the Vastu aligned only. They'll make sure that it's aligned maximally, but not 100% you can do, but still they'll make sure that it's like 70 to 80% at least aligned towards Vastu.
This building is with respect to Vastu, this is fine.
I have not yet seen the plan of the building.
You can see now and then tell us how.
Okay, after the meeting I'll definitely check it. So as I said, planning can be mechanical, electrical and plumbing lines can be only done when we have a detailed plan about it. And also plan is important because the setbacks, like how long we are going to leave the space between the building and the compound wall. Only if we have a plan we can find it out and we can plan suitably.
So I have a question in the plan. So what if we get approval for a plan, and if you said right, you compare the plan to the agenda that we prepare. So the agenda we sometimes commit to a speech slot and then we drop it. So suppose say for example I like that plan now, get approval and all of that stuff.
Okay.
But then after that, after a certain point, I want to change in the plan. I want
maybe
to
inside you can change
again.
But maybe the setbacks, the height restriction, all that you cannot change.
No, not the higher.
But inside obviously you can change. Maybe you want a bigger master bedroom, or you want to have a smaller kitchen. All that you could do it. That's
like
not.
For example, this meeting was she's supposed to be speakerthon, then he switched to long meeting. So say for example, I want a top-down change. Like I don't like this plan at all from top to bottom. I want to change it. So how do we? Like, do I have to repeat the whole process again? They come from the beginning, like in the
No, still you haven't constructed the building. No, so again you have to go for approval.
No, once again go for the approval.
Yeah, once again you have to go for the approval because nowadays approval is very critical. Before and all 10 years ago, no one would take any approval. Nowadays, after the completion of the building, there are people who are coming from the corporation and the CMD, they are checking the building. Only after they given the completion certificate, actually we can get the metro water, sewage connection, all these, or even EB connection they are not giving nowadays.
Why was it like that 10 years ago? Like
no one actually cared about it.
Right?
No one actually cared about it because the rules were not strict at that point of time. But nowadays, the setbacks, these height restrictions, they are everyone are maintaining.
That's not fair, no. Like if they did not care at that point, why do I have to care at this point? No, it's not fair to me, no.
No, like that if you say means you can't do anything. Rules have become stricter now. That's the only way. And financing, the most important aspect. You can plan for whatever you want, but do we have the budget or the finance to do it? That is the most important aspect. For example, some people they take loan from outside, from banks, for their construction of the house, or even some people pledge their gold, or some people take credit from their relatives or family to finance it. A simple way is, for example, land area is 1,200 square feet and an FSI is 1.5 and the cost per square feet is 2,750. That is what is going in Chennai right now. The cost of construction of a house per square feet, it will come to nearly 50 lakhs, 49 lakhs, 50,000. This is like a very basic construction cost. Nothing premium or nothing fabulous. For example, if someone wants, doesn't want these UPVC doors and someone wants like wooden doors, the cost will go up 3 times. Or someone don't want the tiles, and someone wants marbles. Obviously, the cost of laying the marble itself will go up like 200 to 300 rupees. The cost of laying tiles is only 40 rupees. So obviously, this is for a very, very basic, a nominal way, like half ground land, you need at least like 50 lakh rupees to do construction. This is excluding the interior, of course. Interior, if you do false ceiling, or you want to do some plywood work, wardrobe, all this will cost extra 10 to 12 lakhs, depending. That's also how much you want. A water source. Can someone say why water is very essential in construction?
Without water, you can't cook biryani.
No, in construction.
Oh.
You are constricting your body.
Yeah, the construction labor require water during lunch.
No, there are actually more.
Construction for cement makes everything.
Yeah.
Curing.
Foundation. So for some curing and also for concrete. Can someone say what is concrete?
It's a mixture of cement, sand, and lime.
No, sir.
Concrete.
Listen, cement, sand, gravel, and then water. Gravel, that is jelly, we'll say in Tamil. So all these three mixtures and then water, they form at different water levels. They form like that M10, M15, M20. You don't want to go to that, but these 4 mixtures, form concrete. And also for curing. Curing is the process where after the construction, brickwork or putting concrete, you pour water in them for nearly one week or 2 weeks. This is to make sure that the heat is not rip up. And also, if the water source is very important. For example, we can put a borewell. That is just a borewell machine only. I think many people would have seen it in the road. The borewell machine, it digs deep. It goes like 50 feet or 100 feet or even 200 feet to get water. But for example, where the water is not potable, then we have to get tanker only. There is no other way. And also the pH level in construction water, it has to be only from 6 to 8.5 only. And also the TDS has to be less than 500 parts per million. And also there should not be any chlorine or any aspects like that. So this is very important for construction. So actually this Jain Westminster housing, they actually launched it only 2 or 3 years back. They gave it to the customers. But within a year or two, this is a project in Saligramam in Chennai. Within a year or two, the ceiling fell apart in all the houses and all the reinforcements in the column, they were all seen. People didn't know why it happened. Because the builder usually takes care of only for 1 year they do this maintenance, and after that they hand over to the association. So they went to the Madras High Court, and then the Madras High Court directed the IIT Madras to take a look at the building. And then after thorough test, they found out that the water they did during the construction had huge chloride content, and that's why the building is very, very unstable and not suitable to live in. So actually everyone have vacated the building now completely, and the builder has promised to rebuild the entire area again. This will again cost more like 1,000 crores loss for the company. And also electricity is very important because at least single phase supply is needed for lighting, welding, to use the concrete fixtures. There are so many things where electricity is important. And also a shed. For first aspect is the labor has to stay. They have to, only if the labor stays, we have to look at the materials also. And also to store cement also. Cement you cannot store for more than 2 months or 3 months, they won't say, because cement, if it adds moisture to the cement, it immediately becomes hardened. That is the aspect of cement, and therefore a shed is very important. And this is also important because a construction agreement with the contractor and the vendor, many people would say that this person, I know him for many years, so that's the aspect I'm just giving him to construct. But it's a very risky thing to do, because at the last moment they will say that this is not my scope, that is not my scope. Even my own uncle who did his construction of his house, he had actually 3 vendors being changed before his house was finally being completed. Because at the first stage, the first guy got money, did foundation level and ran away. The second guy did the roof level and then again he ran away. So every time I see him, I told him, you first said you should have put a proper agreement. Sorry? He ran away to his house. His house, his own house.
Why couldn't you lock him in the room? When
Lock.
he's going out, you should have locked him. You are
I wasn't there at that point of time.
First guy is gone, second guy is gone, third guy also you are allowed to run.
No, I wasn't there at that point of time. You have to ask my uncle only. So the agreement is, so some people with materials they do, or some people without materials to do. Maybe the payment schedule also could be arranged, like till the first roof level we can give 30%, the second roof we can do another 30%, plastering another 30%, like that. Quality control measures, maybe a senior Toastmaster, senior contractor, someone who's experienced, they can be part of the construction process and guide the thing. And the timeline of construction also. They can't.
Toastmaster, is it helpful to construct a house properly?
How, sir?
I'm asking, is it?
Sir, you should guide me, sir.
Yeah, you can make. See, now you are making a sales, almost like you're making a sales pitch.
Yeah. And there, like this construction phase has the excavation phase, the marking and excavation phase, and then the foundation phase where the foundation, the formwork has to be done, and then the plinth beams are there, the horizontal structures, the bricklaying process is there, and then the columns are the vertical structures, and then the roof slab. So what time? Okay.
But
So
you
thank
built
you.
everything in a day now. You have completed. You have built together.
Yeah, home wasn't built in a day.
It is
Over to you, Toastmaster.
Building is easier than speaking.
Yeah. Building a home or owning a house is not so easy. But now it seems delivering a speech on home is also not easy. So thank you, engineer sir.
With this kind of audience.
With this type of audience, exactly. But anyway, thanks engineer sir for giving that wonderful insight. And thank you audience to help Toastmaster Dinesh to meet the objective of his speech. So with that, we are concluding this prepared speeches session. Timer, could you please read out the qualified speakers?
Qualified speaker is Toastmaster Amaravanchita, 5 minutes, 34 seconds.
No need to continue.
The qualified prepared speakers, Toastmaster Ramya, Toastmaster Hema, Toastmaster Dinesh.
Excellent.
All are qualified.
All are qualified. Okay, thank you. So now let's spend a minute to cast your voting. I think it has been circulated now in your WhatsApp. And for guests, there are a piece of papers has been given to you. So you can pick the best speaker. And we'll collect it. Done? Okay. So we are forcing you to vote. Okay. We'll move on to the next session of the meeting today, which is going to be the most interesting thing. It's the table topics session. In our society, a teacher is more worshipped just next to the parents and even before the God. Personally, it's a proud moment for me to call upon my own teacher in Medley, my mentor, distinguished Toastmaster, Dr. Sambat Sauri Rajan sir, to conduct this table topic session for today. A short intro about him. He's a retired scientist with more than 23 years in Toastmasters. That is even before our young Toastmaster Amar Vanchita was born. So that's the beauty of Medley. He loves to listen birds, music and nature. About friendship, his words are, friends are the source of all the fun and much trouble too. That means there is no life without friends. So with that, let me welcome my mentor, distinguished Toastmaster, Sambat Sauri Rajan sir.
His mentor and your taught mentor. The crosstalk time is over. The project is finished. So let us not spoil this because a lot of people are going to come here and speak. All of you are very well aware of table topic session, except a few guests. TT means what? Terrible time. Terrific time. It is not terrible time. It is terrific time. There is a big difference between the two. What do we do in this? We just come here and give an opinion, right? This is what we have been doing all our life. That is our second nature. So what is the difficulty? Some people are tense about table topics. No need to be tense. I give a topic, you speak on it. Over. As simple as that. There are no right answers, no wrong answers. So you don't have to worry about it. When I give a topic, you have to speak on the spot. This it means immediately. Immediately means not the very next second. Can take 5, 10 seconds, even 15 seconds. But if you take more, the meeting would have been over. So please take care. What do you do in those 5 or 10 seconds or even 1 or 2 seconds you take? You decide on how you are going to speak, what are you going to attack. You quickly marshal your thoughts. That is a real challenge in table topics. It is difficult, you may feel, but as you practice, you will start getting that technique. You have to speak at least 1 minute to be a good table topic speaker. That is the time when the timer will show the green card, green color. You will see. So that is 1 minute, which means you are qualified. You can continue speaking. Once you come to 1.5 minutes, the amber color will come or yellow color will come. Once you come to 2 minutes, red color, which is an alert for you. You have got 30 seconds within which you have to wind up. If you don't do that, your name will not be in the voting list. You cannot win the best table topic speaker of the day. So that is the only loss. Not that something more serious will happen. Next week you can come back and then do better than that in controlling your time. When you are called, you come here. The applause starts in Toastmaster tradition. Nowadays they are not strictly following it. From the time the name is told till the person comes here and shakes hand, the applause goes. So if I say X, the X starts moving and comes here and shakes hand till the time the applause. This is the original tradition, but we don't strictly follow it. Let us try to follow it if possible. Any doubts? Any clearances? Guess you will not be called first. You will see a few Toastmasters making the attempt, so you will learn what it is. So let us start the table topic session. I got a lot of time. I got less people. So I may call some role players also in the end if there is need. I got a few names here. Toastmaster names are here. Toastmaster Pramod. The man with the loudest laugh in Manju. You heard his laugh anywhere. You want an easy question or a difficult one?
Anything.
Anyway, it will be the same.
Yes.
Smile is a weapon. You can win anything with it. Smile is a weapon. You can win anything with it. Toastmaster Pramod.
Thank you, Table Topics Master, for appreciating my laughter. I believe that laughter is just a very loud smile. Sometimes you can kill people with a smile. It depends on how you smile. It's very difficult for me to smile over here because I'm facing all of you. But sometimes we can smile at people. Sometimes there are people who will smile at you like this. Be very careful about them. And sometimes people smile at you like this. I'm very scared of them. And sometimes we can kill people with our laughter, depending on how many decibels your laughter is. I assure you that is not my intention when I'm laughing. I'm laughing because they're making jokes. I can't help myself. Jokes are also a weapon. You can make someone die laughing if you really want to kill them. I'm hoping that is not the intention of any of the speakers. Table topics are prepared. Because when you prepare for it, that is intentional murder. When you kill someone during table topics, that is an act of passion. Different criminal activities. So, smile is a laughter. Smile is a weapon. Sometimes it's a matter of diplomacy. When you smile, even though you don't mean it, that is something we all have to master. And sometimes we genuinely smile because we are happy to see one another. Personally, I believe that there is no need for weapons. But sometimes you need self-defense. And that is what I mean by diplomacy. All in all, I hope that everyone smiles because they are happy and that there is no need for weapons, self-defense or otherwise, whether it is prepared or impromptu. How about you, Table Topics Master?
Sometimes smile hides what you really think. It is also a weapon in that sense. But he took a positive sense. Before going to the second speaker, let me remind you, the word of the day, what is it? Amiable. Amiable. It is slightly different from amicable. When two people are amiable, they can easily reach an amicable agreement. That shows the difference. Even if you use the word amicable, full marks will be given because they are so close. But please remember and try to use. I am making the grammarian happy. Toastmaster Kausalya. She wanted to chat with me during that construction speech. So I will give you a chance now to chat. Toastmaster Kausalya, what is the latest fashion trend for men? What is the latest fashion trend for men? Toastmaster Kausalya.
Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I don't know what's the latest fashion trend, but I'm having a problem with my husband regarding his dressing sense. As he grows older, his shorts is getting smaller and smaller. It's fine inside the house. I'm only worried when guests, anybody comes unannounced. But the other day he went to Nagarpuri for a wedding, and last minute they decided that they'll go on a bus. They dropped the car and they thought they'll go on a bus. And he wore the smallest shorts possible. I didn't notice. Later on I noticed and I scolded him. Don't you know that you should maintain certain decorum in the bus, right? It's a sleeper bus. You have to at least wear till the knee level. By saying no, nowadays everybody wears such shorts. I don't know whether it's fashion or not, but I couldn't change it. Then I spoke to another friend. What is this he's doing? Because I don't know how to change him, and she said, I have the same problem. But the problem is not with my husband, but with my father. So in every household, there is an issue with the dress. So I don't know whether it's fashion or not. I request all the men to dress appropriately. Thank you.
Everybody is having a problem with the fashion trend and husband. These two things combined together. Next speaker, Toastmaster Adagiri. Tell us about the last book you read. Tell us about the last book you read. Toastmaster Adagiri.
Thank you, sir, for the topic. The last book I read was in Tamil. மேடையில் எப்படி பேசுவது. That what I learned from that book is first we need to observe what others speaking. Like I used to hear podcast. I used to hear favorite speakers. I used to watch English movies. From that, what I can observe is like how they are communicating, and the point what they are trying to communicate, it should be valid one, and should be easily understandable for the audience. So in that book it is written very clearly, and the favorite thing what I read from that book is like whenever the people who's delivering the speech in the stage, we need to know when the bird has to suddenly when we need to raise our voice, that we need to know. So that is written in the book very clearly. That still I did not finish that book completely. I completed 75%. I hope I will finish it soon. Thank you, sir.
Only 75% he completed, so he is not to complete his speech because it is about speech. So that end of the book he has read first. What is that for? It is for him.
10 minutes more, sir. 40 minutes.
Can I have any guess? Guess Nitya Kalyani. 4 decades back, your name was much in the news. Do you know that?
I wasn't born, so.
Nitya Kalyani is the name of a herbal plant, much found in India, much in demand for medicinal purposes. Its English name is Vinca rosea.
Keeps the snakes away. Keeps the snakes away.
Keeps snakes away. So yes, it's snake charmer sort of. So your question is, what is your favorite flower? Give a romantic answer. What is your favorite flower? Give a romantic. Don't say I like red color, so I will not guess.
Very good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So this is my second time here. So the journey has been good. And my favorite flower is none other than jasmine. So it is something that grows a lot in our garden. So I love to smell that first thing in the morning once I am awake. So immediately I just rush to the garden, and then I just see if that there are just at least 5, or I try to count every single day how many I've gotten. So that is like a gift to me every single day. So I love jasmine, and I am not a romantic person in any way. So I do not know if I would be able to give justice to this question. But yeah, I love jasmine. That's the only smell of a flower that I like. And there are a lot of other flowers which I like roses and others. But in my whole life, I don't think I've ever gotten one. But I love all the other flowers as well, just as roses and other flowers in the bouquet. So since I haven't gotten any flowers in my life, so I always ensure that every time I meet someone in my life, I take some flowers to them. So that is something that I practice, that I have been practicing. So thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you.
Your choice of jasmine has got a lot of romantic connotations in India. So probably you missed. Any other guest would volunteer? I have some names, but I am asking for any guest volunteers. Please come. Your good name? You were there last week also, right?
Yes.
I have to give you a tough one because you are
No, please.
not new.
Last time I had a tough one.
Really? Okay. Then I will give you a tougher one. Swiggy or Zomato, which is better? Guest.
Hi everybody, this is my second time as a guest here, and I would like to start with a quote on the topic of the day, which is friendship. I'm second time here and I'm already seeing a lot of amiable faces here, so I'm very happy to be and looking forward to becoming a member soon. Just one quote I would like to put for the topic of the day, which is friendship. So, to try one friend, one true friend, I just give this quote because it's one of my favorite quotes. Friends are like melons. Do you know why? Friends are like melons. Do you know why? To choose one, 100 must you try. That's one of my favorite topics. Going forward to the topic given to me, Swiggy or Zomato, I would say none of it, because that's what is making us more lazy nowadays. Point number one. Of course, there are pros, there are cons. There are a lot of advantages that we are using. We are using the technology. We are using a lot of comfort zone, ordering food at our own pace, at the click of a button at our home. But if you see it on the health angle, I would say no to both of it. Swiggy or Zomato, I would go with option 3, which is home cooked food. If that's an option that I would take. So looking at the statistics of health hazards coming our way, looking at all the child-related problems, and look at our future generations who are also dependent too much on Swiggy, Zomato's, processed food, junk food. We are, I think, aiming right at what US or UK is trying for the next generation. So I would say, limit your Swiggy, go walk up to a store, eat what you want, come back. That's one option I would say. Don't sit at home and click at the button and order food. That's one option. Second best option would be cook your own meal. That's the best of best, and I am sure the older generation would agree with that. Thank you. Thank you for the talk.
I don't see any older generation here. Anyway, she started you. Toastmaster Andrew Ratha. What is your profession?
Technology.
I can ask you this question. Who is the bigger villain? Lawyer or auditor? Who is the bigger villain? Lawyer or auditor? Toastmaster Andrew Ratha.
This is the session I always like, right? And thank you for giving a very easy question. From my perspective, the villain is lawyer, not the auditor, right? When auditor audits a finance or a compliance of organization, he tries to help us by identifying the gaps, giving us the opportunity to correct the area that needs to be improved. When it comes to lawyer, there are two different things, right? So one, making money because that's their profession. Number two, there is an opponent to handle for their clients. So there are chances for both the lawyers to talk to each other and make a decision or make an arrangement and come to a conclusion. Nothing is in our hands. So for me, lawyer is the villains when compared with auditors. Thank you very much.
One more.
Okay.
I think you have cut short my time. Usually the table topic is the sort of buffer where the time is taken away.
We are going behind the time.
Okay, one more. Guess Neha. Tell 1 or 2 lines about you.
So, hello everyone. I'm Sneha and I'm working as a trainer in IIT Research Park. So,
okay. So you are already somewhat close to Toastmasters training. Your topic is passion is more important than anything else. What have you done to prove this? Passion is more important than anything else. What have you done passionately to prove this?
yeah, I'm the person who always believe passion is more important than everything. So, my educational background is something different. I'm from physics background, and I always wanted to, like, even I can choose teaching in physics also, but I always wanted to do something which is like I wanted to become a trainer, so I started choosing some other domain and I started working for that. Then I am working in some other domain which I really wanted. So I always feel, I always wanted, I'm ready to quit that. I was ready to quit that and choose this, and I feel this gives me more happiness than that. So I feel, I think that I'm getting that happiness, right? So I feel that passion is very important. Thank you.
Hammer, please tell the qualified TT speakers' names.
Toastmaster Thomas, Toastmaster Kausaya, Toastmaster Agni, guest Nitya, guest Srividya, Toastmaster Andrew Raja, guest Sneha.
All are qualified. I am quite happy about it because my questions were very easy. Back to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the very interesting and sensational round of table topics. We'll move on to the evaluation round. I call upon Toastmaster Supervision sir back to the desk for the evaluation round. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So for the guest's sake, I can say we have completed the speech session, we have completed the table topic session. Now we are in the evaluation session. My role is called General Evaluator. I'll be conducting this session. First, the evaluators of those speakers will come and speak. Then the tag role players who have supported me will come and read their report. This is the module. To start with, evaluator role, as I said before, it is important. So I request all the speakers to listen and take the benefit of those points given by the evaluator. You can note it down and you can implement it for your own speech. To start the evaluation session, for the first speaker, Toastmaster Amar Vanchita, now I request Toastmaster Narendra to give his evaluation speech. Toastmaster Narendra.
Toastmaster Amar Vanchita did not just deliver an icebreaker speech today. She made us walk through the most important moments of her life. How did she do it? By throwing in ample amount of details and helping us visualize each major incident that happened right from the time she was born until this very moment where she walked into Toastmasters. Good afternoon, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, and a special good afternoon to my speaker, Toastmaster Amar Vanchita. Did you meet the objectives of your project? Absolutely, yes. You told us almost everything about yourself, and you also told us why you're joining Toastmasters. And from your speech, it's very clear that you clearly understood the basics and the structure of writing a speech. The structure of your speech was as harmonious as the 7 swaras. Let me explain. The 7 parts of your speech. First, you established a premise that you are a cusper child, and you explain what a cusper child is. It's a new term. I think a lot of us heard it for the first time, and it was very interesting. The second thing was about your birth, that you were born in the Chola heartland of Tanjavur. The third was your move to Chennai and how everything was new. And the fourth, your strict mother, who was a very tough disciplinarian. And then the fifth part was your track record in sports and how you missed a lot of opportunities and how you felt bad for it. And the sixth part was your college life. And finally, you finished it all off by explaining why you made it to Toastmasters. Kudos to you for giving us a very well structured speech in your very first attempt. Thanks for that, Toastmaster Amar Vanchita. And as far as the message of your speech is concerned, what a powerful message. The best investment that we can ever make is investment in ourselves. And that was a very critical message, because that is why all of us, all the Toastmasters, have assembled here, and we keep assembling every Saturday to work on ourselves and to improve ourselves. Great message, Toastmaster Amar Vanchita. If there is one suggestion that I would like to give you, since this is the icebreaker speech, the goal was to come here, stand, and give a very confident speech, which you did. But one small suggestion that I would like to give you is, although your voice was very amiable, you could be slightly louder so that people at the very back of the audience can hear you clearly. Your voice was slightly softer. Maybe you can work on improving the throw of your voice, so that even when you're speaking in front of a larger audience, everyone can hear it. So to summarize, project objectives met, very well structured speech, a very powerful message, and just one small suggestion: work on improving the throw of your voice so that everyone can hear you. All the best to you, Toastmaster Amar Vanchita, for all your future speeches. Over to you, Steve.
Excellent, Toastmaster Narendra, for all your friendly suggestions. As a general evaluator, I like to add for every speaker and evaluator today. So the Toastmaster Narendra has already mentioned for the speaker to work out in the voice and pitch tone. Please work out. It's a good thing. And Toastmaster Narendra, your evaluation speech was nice. To add value, give a bright smile so that the message will reach the speaker and the audience, please. Yes. For the second speaker, Toastmaster Ramya, now I request Toastmaster Jayashree to give her evaluation speech. Toastmaster Jayashree.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramya, for taking all the 25 of us here in your single two-wheeler ride that was filled with emotions, fun, laughter, but a thoughtful viewpoint, which is life is all about making memories that last for a lifetime. Thank you so much for that. With this ride, I enjoyed 3 specific experiences that I want to share it as a commendation. Number 1, I was able to enjoy and engage throughout this ride because of the humor that was planted at the right space in your speech. It had a proper build-up, suddenly a twist. It had a proper exaggeration and then a twist. For instance, when you were caught, when the cop was there, we were all thinking, what will the cop ask? What was her name? Then you said, hey, Chandrakala, Suryakala, Vimala. That was bang on. I loved it. The second thing that made it more memorable was the lively characters that you brought in because of your voice. Your speech had characters that was amplified by your voice, especially when you used to differentiate the cop voice with your friend's voice. That was nailed on spot. The third one is a cinematic experience that I got throughout this ride because of the gestures that you used during your speech. For instance, when you were hiding and then you were popping out, you made the right gesture there, which were representational a lot of times. And then when you started your speech with vroom vroom, that was again one more representational gesture. You nailed it on spot. Because of these 3 points, engaging humor, of course the lively characters and the gestures, the cinematic gestures, it was a memorable speech and a ride. Now how do I make this ride even more memorable for me? It's by adding 2 recommendations. Number 1 is whenever you use a two-wheeler for riding, you have to apply the brakes at the right time when you find a speed breaker. Same goes with your speech. You have to pause only when it is required. And you can accelerate when you want it to. I found in your speech, specifically when you and your friends were going out together, there were unnecessary pauses in your speech, when you could actually accelerate your speech. That comes with practice. Other one is, if there is a full stop in your speech, pause there. If there is no full stop, can continue. The second thing that I want to write is, when I felt I am going to reach the destination, you again started with some quotes or some sayings and then again landed again in the conclusion. So when I landed your speech, it was not smooth. So I would like you to take care of the smooth landing of yours, right? Now to overall summarize, this tale is definitely memorable because of the engaging humor, lively characters, the cinematic gestures, but to make this speech last lifetime, we'll have to take care of the right pause, break and the smooth one. All the best to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayashri, for bullseye evaluation. We know that you are moving from club level to area level to division level for this. It's an advantage to you. You appreciated nicely the speaker for all the gestures. I appreciate yourself for your evaluation speech gestures. So that's how the message reaches to the audience very well. Good, keep going. For the third speaker, Madam Toastmaster Hema, now I invite evaluation speaker DTM Sundarraman to give his evaluation speech. DTM Sundarraman.
Thank you, General Evaluator, Toastmasters and guests. So today I am happy to evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Hema. So let me try to capture the best part of her Toastmaster Hema speech. The very first one is the speech title. The speech title, Alone but Not Alive. I am in a crowd but I am not alive. Then the meaning is obvious. But this title created a little bit of curiosity, but it did not reveal the content of the speech. So that is the first thing I liked in your speech. The second thing is all about your personal storytelling, and that too in a chronological order. That helped the audience to go along with the flow and appreciate the structure of the speech. So nowhere now people were puzzled to understand. So the timelines were very smooth, and that was the second best aspect of it. The third best aspect of your speech, what I liked in your speech, is the very first attention grabbing opening. So starting with the song Tanimeyile Inime Kana Mudiyuma, and especially with the tune. So that is where you grab the attention of the audience for the first 20 seconds. And in the same manner, you also conclude with another song. So that helped you to tie the topic, the opening with the ending. So that was a powerful way of closure. The fourth aspect of your speech that I liked here was your subtle humor. When you said that
the cousins and brothers were almost like an unpaid bodyguard, and even for buying a shampoo, friends used to accompany me. So we were able to visualize those scenarios, and that is where your humor was quite evident. So these are all the 4 brilliant aspects of your speech. So now let me come back to the recommendation part of it. Not sure whether your parents' message came out, don't stretch your hands. So that is still lingering in your mind. So probably you would have taken it very seriously, and because of that reason, throughout your speech you are having a hand posture like this. You are closely clasping your hands like this till the 6th minute. Only after 6th minute you started making open gestures. So try to make use of hand gestures so that you can feel comfortable on stage and make the audience also comfortable. So before I move on to the second recommendation, quick question: what was your last project and when did you deliver?
I think in more than 4 months, sir. It was online.
So the topic,
Vocal variety and
vocal variety. Yes, I got it. So here in this specific speech, I could not see the vocal variety quite evident. So because you are doing a project after a long time, so you keep doing deliver 3 speeches at least once in a month. Then the previous evaluation that will be lingering in your mind, and that will help you to. So here in several places there was enough opportunity to showcase vocal variety. So by the way of using dialogues or expressive words. For example, when you said your doctor said go and have 10 days rest, probably you could have said, hooray, yes, I am going to enjoy my freedom. So those are opportunities which were covered with the kind of narratives. So probably you can take care of these 2 recommendations. Otherwise, I thoroughly enjoyed your speech. All the best. Over to G.
Thank you, DTM Sundar Raman, for your friendly suggestions. Certainly, the speaker will be benefited by all those points. And Madam Toastmaster Hema, I can add this as a general evaluator, those relevant words in your song. Kudos to that. Because you have done some homework in writing that speech. That matters for the listeners. You have done it, keep going then. For the 4th speaker, Toastmaster Dinesh. Now I request DTM Thomas to give his evaluation speech. DTM Thomas.
Thank you, G. Toastmaster Dinesh, I must compliment you for giving this group, this audience, the most entertaining 20 minutes. We counted some 48 laughs. 48 laughs. Backed by some 40 interruptions. Both these are new records for military. Congratulations. You are the Tendulkar of it. You know, a thing like this is very much how you deal with a child. An ill-brought-up child, a boisterous child. First thing you call the name, Kana, whatever. Come on, you're a grown-up boy, right? You start like that, give credit. Secondly, you entertain, you engage him in some task. Hey man, can you help me put up all this? So that he will not do what you don't want him to do. This is a good technique, Pathways itself says. So my parallel thoughts are, don't bite, but you can hiss. Even the Guru said that to the snake, when the snake really, was dead, beaten by others. You could have done that. You are smiling, you are laughing. You are here to give out a project, a message. So my thought would be, and even you said, sir, it's too much. That is like saying, hey, in a play, you come and say, hey, my dress is too tight. It's all part of a role play. You cannot reveal the role play here, right? You understand? That is one. Second thing is, therefore, be firm, but respectfully. That's my number 1 recommendation for this. Because there's a purpose. It's a project. It's a professional communication. That we shouldn't get destroyed, I thought. Second is, like I said, give alternate jobs. You know so much about IPL, madam. Why don't you do some research and present a speech? Or to this thorough gentleman, you see, you're so thorough. Can you help me list out the people who are interrupting me and the number of times? See, you counter humor and the silly with the sillier. Simple. But of course, if somebody is serious, deal with it differently. Third one, fake shock. You're talking in the middle of that, that's an admonition to that person who interrupted me talking about biryani. It's a language you use depending on the language they use. It's my recommendation, but nothing takes away the fact that you did very well with a topic that almost lulled people into forgetting that they had to ask questions. It was interesting. Everybody wanted a house, right? So that was an interesting topic. And you distracted us with technical knowledge in some places very smartly. Well done. Secondly, you are a sport. S-P-O-R-T. You were amiable. You have immense patience. Finally, you allowed an interesting session. I will stop with that. By the way, my last recommendation. Pathway says, present the speech outside. That's basic. Please do that. You will earn a lot more out of this.
Thank you, Evaluator William Thomas, for your detailed evaluation. Certainly our speaker Dinesh will be benefited by these points. As a general evaluator, I like to add Toastmaster Dinesh. Some of you, or rather most of you would have heard his previous speeches. He has joined back in Medley. During COVID in online meetings, I have been his evaluator several times, and I know the difference. I have to appreciate, if you ask what this Toastmaster teach you, I can tell to the new members and guests, Toastmaster Dinesh is a role model. He was struggling on those online meetings. Today he is standing here with the support of presentation. He is giving a speech in between disturbed by the audience. He is facing it. He has become a matured speaker today. So this is the thing, this learning platform takes you from a good, better, best scale. So please join Toastmasters, please join Medley. You will be benefited, new members and guests also. It was nice. Even in Tamil there is a saying that we take a tipar, Kalyanam Mandipar, and I can add up in Tamil also, face the audience in Medley when Madam Toastmaster Jayashri is in the audience especially. Okay, this is the new lines you can add up. President, I will not give my project speech when this madam is in the hall. Overall, it was nice. With this, the 4 speech evaluations we are completing. Going to the role play, I wish to appreciate the meeting started on time. Round of applause to, tag role plays. Yes, as usual, I am forgetting it. For the 3 tag role plays, now first I request timer. Madam Toastmaster Suganya to read her timer's report. In the beginning, she gave her timer's briefing of the role play. Now she will be reading her report. Toastmaster Suganya.
First of all, I am grateful to get this opportunity. I enjoyed every speech and I have tried my best. Now I read my observations. With that, we come to icebreaker. Toastmaster Amaravanchita took 5 minutes 34 seconds. For prepared speeches, Toastmaster Ramya took 6 minutes 16 seconds. Toastmaster Hemant took 6 minutes 5 seconds. Toastmaster Dinesh took 20 minutes 29 seconds. And the evaluations, Toastmaster Narendra took 3 minutes 2 seconds. Toastmaster Jayashree took 3 minutes 8 seconds. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaresan took 3 minutes 9 seconds. And Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas took 3 minutes 17 seconds. With that, we come to table topic speakers. Distinguished Toastmaster Toastmaster Pramod took 1 minute 56 seconds. Toastmaster Kausalya took 1 minute 13 seconds. Toastmaster Alagiri took 1 minute 34 seconds. Guest Nitya took 1 minute 18 seconds. Guest Srividya took 2 minutes 8 seconds. Toastmaster Andrew Raja took 1 minute 16 seconds. Guest Snega took 1 minute 2 seconds. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You have been a good listener also. Next, I request Toastmaster Balaji to give his accounters report. Toastmaster Balaji.
afternoon, everyone, once again. Toastmaster Sendil Kumar, 1R. Toastmaster Pugal Somani R, 1R. Toastmaster Suganya, 2R and 2 so. Toastmaster Sundaresan sir, Somani Ha, 1 and 1 so. Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh, clear speech. Toastmaster Amaravanjita, 3 ha, 2 and 1 repeat words. Toastmaster Ramya, clear speech. Toastmaster Ema, 1 ha, that's all. Toastmaster Dinesh, so many are 1 like. Toastmaster Kausalya, clear speech. Toastmaster Alagiri, so many R's. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas sir, 1 R. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman sir, 1 R. Distinguished Toastmaster Sambat sir, clear speech. Toastmaster Pramod, 1 but. Guest Nitya Kalyani, 2 R, 1 so and 1 but. Toastmaster Andrew Raja, 1 so. Guest Snega, 3 R, 3 so and 1 like, 1 repeat words. Toastmaster Narendra, 1 repeat words. Toastmaster Jayashree, 1 repeat words. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Balaji. A small request from General Evaluator. Say it with a smile. It adds value. Okay, it reaches the audience. Try your best. For next, I request grammarian Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh to read his report. Prasanna Venkatesh.
Good evening, Toastmasters and dear guests. Here is my grammarian report. First of all, I am glad that today we have 5 amiable persons who have used the word of the day. Let's give a good clap for them. Toastmaster Amarvanchita, distinguished Toastmaster Sampat Sauri Rajan, guest Sri Vidya, Toastmaster Narendra, distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham have used the word of the day. Now I list down the good usages of words and the phrases in the speech. For the prepared speech session, Toastmaster Amarvanchita used the word Kasper. Toastmaster Ramya used the word serene. She quoted a phrase hustle and bustle and shared on line tales last for lifetime. Toastmaster Hema quoted one metaphor, a ghost in a haunted house. For the table topic session, Toastmaster Pramod used the word diplomacy. Toastmaster Kausalya used the word unannounced. For the evaluation session, Toastmaster Narendra used the word ample. Toastmaster Jayashree used nailed. Distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman used the word evident. Distinguished Toastmaster Thomas Abraham shared an idea, be firm but respectful. These are all the thoughts I have liked during the speech. For the recommendations, I don't have much recommendation. I've seen speakers mistakenly use the verbs. We are aware of the verbs, but while giving the speech, we focus on content and mistaking it. Someone has used the verb take instead of took. As a past tense, we supposed to use took. Someone used the word founded. It's supposed to be found. So that's all from me. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Overall, it was a beautiful session. Let me get into the G report, starting from Sergeant at Arms. Thanks to Toastmaster Sendil Kumar to start on time. And it was a nice gesture from Toastmaster Sendil Kumar that he helped one of the speaker in projector also. Keep going, that must be the alertness of the Sergeant at Arms. I have done that role for 15 years. So I am proud that someone is alert in the hall, especially in the contest hall. Your role is very, very important. Keep going in that one. And thanks to Presiding Officer Madam Toastmaster Anuradha for bringing that beautiful short story of that mountain man. It's every president gives a message, and she gave a beautiful story and the message in that one. It was nice. And Toastmaster of the day, a round of applause for this friend for bringing that topic, friendship. You know, some of the topics are always favorite to Toastmasters all these years. Even if I hear 100th time, this topic, friendship, gives a different perception. So we go back to that memories, nostalgia, and all those things, words are connected with this friendship. You said in between those Tamil Tirukurals also, you can be little bit slow down and say it nicely. Also we have come there. Some of us maybe may not be knowing Tamil also. At that time you can say it clearly, to have clarity only, but keep going, you have done some good homework. Thank you, sir. So coming to our table topics master, DTM Sampath sir, a round of applause for bringing an interesting topic, which is your brand. I have noted down some of the topics, I will copy it, sir. No copyrights for you. And it was nice. It was nice. Only one topic, personally I was feeling that whether if I am at TTM, will I ask this one? I question myself. It's nothing but that one. Who is the villain, lawyer or auditor? Some of us will be members here. We cannot just target.
It's supposed to be humorous.
Fine. As a humor, yes, as a humor part, it's always a lot, because we need new members also, who are lawyers and auditors also. So from that sense, I was looking at that. Thanks for you for all the interesting session. Hope I have covered everything. I haven't missed anything. Thank you, Toastmasters, new members, and guests who have come. This is a session. This is a beautiful club. I'm a lazy person. I come once in a while only, but I enjoyed every section. Yes, ma'am, please.
My feedback was missed, so I would like to know what were the 5 words I used.
Pardon?
Half of the report, she said.
Okay. As a table topic speaker, you mentioned you like to know what?
Half of the report.
Accountant's report, yeah. Her name, please tell your.
4 hours, 1 so, 1 but, 2 repeat.
Don't worry, this hours and who's I will be the highest scorer, because it has to be reduced. We cannot bring it to full stop or 0. The way in which, because this is not my project speech. In between I am adding my own masala from the paper which I prepared from agenda. So when we go with our own masala, there are probabilities, especially in table topic, as and whose were there. Only thing, as a general evaluator, I wish to say, you are an excellent table topic speaker, came here confidently, you mentioned. You also said that last meeting also you faced that. Just make sure you need not get into the area of TMOD's theme when a topic is given to you. Stick to the topic given to you. So the table topic, master gives a topic to the table topic speaker, and the table topic speaker speaks in that module only regarding that topic. You jump to that theme of the day, which is the domain of Toastmaster of the day, and you said that, fine. But in this format, you need not bring that one, because TMOD theme is his baby. He will take care of it. That's one. So overall, you are a confident speaker. Wish to see you in the contest next year, if you join in this club. That's it. Great. President, make sure she is joining here. So overall, it was nice. I enjoyed the session. I come once in a month. I enjoy mid-league session, and recent to annual conference have given a lot of freshness to all of us, and we can see a lot of bonding in this club. So with this handover and my role, I'm signing off from G role and handing over to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Thank you all the evaluators for your wonderful feedback, which will be the great building blocks for our next prepared speeches. Thank you all. Now, I call upon the timer to read out the qualified evaluators. Meanwhile, yeah, all on the floor. You can please vote for the best table topic speaker, best evaluator, and best TAG role player. So voting time. You have got the links or the chip paper.
Yes, please write the chips that given to you and hand over to us.
They will need to know the names. They will not be friendly of the guests. Give the names.
You want me to read the guest names?
The guests wouldn't know the names.
Yes, if you need any clarification, you can ask us. Names of the table topic speaker, I am read now.
Yeah, so timer.
Dear guests, please listen to the table topic speaker names so that we can
Toastmaster Pramod, Toastmaster Kausalya, Toastmaster Alini,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Pramod, Toastmaster Kausalya, Toastmaster
Toastmaster
Alini, Guest Vidya, Guest Srividya, Toastmaster Andrew Raja, Guest Sneha.
Thank you. So time to vote. Done. So with that, I hand over the session back to the president. Thank you all.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pugal, for conducting the meeting very friendly, and you involved all of us. Thank you so much. I like to recognize the first time role player, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pugal. Then we like to appreciate our icebreaker speaker, Toastmaster Amar Vanchita. Please come here. Let us give standing ovation for her. Congratulations for beginning your communication journey. All the best. So it's time for the feedback from the guest. As we are running short of time, already we have reached the 5 and we are very concerned about the timing, medley. So I request a few guests, those who didn't come up for TT, 2 guests. One from this side and one from that side. Please come up and share your views. Yes, please come. Tell us about yourself and how come medley and what is your expectation? Feedback about today's meeting.
Sure. So hi everyone, myself Annapurni, Shri Annapurni. So few months back I came here once as a guest, but then I couldn't continue. I hope I get to continue this time. I could see many amiable faces here. I'm excited and looking forward to join this medley group so that I would definitely come in on Saturday. So yes, thank you.
Thank you. One more guest, please come. Yes, welcome.
Good evening, I'm Shyam. From what I've seen so far in this club, I think that this place would be a really good opportunity for me to improve my speaking skill and overall even my social skills as well. Because I've heard of Toastmasters before from friends, but then I haven't really been in one session until today, and that's thanks to one friend who invited me. I thank him. And then overall, I see that the environment, the atmosphere is it's so conducive to it makes me want to come up and speak, and that's something I really appreciate, God, and thank you so much.
It's nice to hear about us from you, but we want to hear about you.
Yeah. Okay, so let me reintroduce myself. I'm Shyam. I'm a college student. I study at Satyabama University, and sometimes I travel around India.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So today we had a wonderful meeting where all the guests also got involved, and it is nice to see smiling faces throughout the hall. And few things I have observed here, just I want to share. Toastmaster Amar Vanchita is the first mentee for Dinesh, I think so, right? So when she was presenting, Dinesh totally forgot his script. He was concentrating on Amar and he was encouraging her to do better. So it's a good thing about the mentor. Accidentally I saw him, but I was very happy to see, like a proud mentor, seeing his mentee on stage. It's a nice moment. Thank you. Then it's time for the awards. Before that, I want to hand over the level 2's completion certificate of Sundaresan sir, which we have got from our district, sir. Best TT speaker goes to the Toastmaster who will laugh out loud, Toastmaster Pramod.
He has become the laughing stock.
That is needed for the future VP, sir. Future VP must be smiling. Okay, best tag role player, Toastmaster Prasanna Venkatesh. Best role player, our chartered member, distinguished Toastmasters.
Thanks to all the speakers.
Best evaluator, distinguished Toastmaster Sundaraman sir. Congratulations, sir. Best speaker, the civil engineer who showed us the blueprint without blue color. So thank you for all the role players, for the members, and for the our special guests. Thank you once again. And with this, I adjourn the meeting. Today's meeting 8:36.
This is from Discover team. So you can show it to the audience.
Sir, this is a duplicate one. I think we have got it. Yes, please have snacks. PPM, elect PPM Toastmasters. Take care of the guests.